Hello, you're welcome. This is Tuse University. Here we take you through all the things in the world of technology, and there are several other topics we will be teaching. And we urge you to subscribe, you comment, you share, and then you tell the story. Let others know about it because um, it will do them a world of good. And here we cut to the chase, no fluffs, no unnecessary things. We make sure we teach you the most modern and cutting edge technology that will help you thrive in your strides. And once again, I'll be your tutor. I'm Richard Newton Tuse, and Chancellor of Tuse University. You're welcome. And you can see on your screen, we are going to talk about HTML and CSS. It's something that you should learn if you want to be a full stack web developer, or if you want to be a software engineer or software developer. You should know this. That should be the introductory language, because it's going to stretch your brains and help you at length. And again, though it's not a programming language, but it's going to make you think a lot. And it will help you learn the ropes whilst you try to learn other programming languages like JavaScript, Python, Java, etc. All right, so let's get to work. HTML, we say, is a hypertext markup language, and like you can see on the screen, I've divided into several segments or sections, and I'll talk a bit about them briefly, and then I'll make sure we dirty our hands. We crack open our text editor, and then we code some stuff that will let these things get drilled into you, and it will become second nature to you. It will help you build muscle memory. So from there, we are going to, from HTML, like we will learn HTML element and tags, where we will learn about single tags, and then double tags HTML entities. We'll talk about HTML display values, block level and inline level. And then we talk about CSS selectors, where we have the classes, and then we have the IDs when you talk about selections. And CSS styling, we have the inline, internal, then we have the external. Then we are going to talk about something so important if you want to know about web development, box model, where margin, padding, border, height, width are so important, because the original behavior of any browser is that anytime you have an element on the screen or actually showing in any web browser, it could be Safari, it could be Firefox, it could be Google, it could be, yes, Firefox or Mozilla. Any of those web browsers, they're actually going to add a little bit of space or value to those elements that get rendered on the page. And then we are going to talk about HTML layout. We'll talk about floating and then clearing of float, and then we'll be dealing with projects and advanced CSS. You can see that on the screen. All right, so let's move on. Now, HTML, just like I've said already, HTML is a hypertext markup language. HTML is used to describe the structured pages of a website. HTML is just the raw structure. If I want to put maybe an image or a text or anything on a web page, it it appears so raw. It's not beautified. Nothing is added to it. You don't see so nice. It's just as raw as you have it. And we will talk about that. You get to know the difference. Then CSS is cascading style sheet. CSS is used to make your website page nice and attractive. And then HTML, we'll talk about HTML block and inline element. Every HTML element has a default display value depending on whether it is any of these two display values. Vase, one, block. Examples are divs. You get to know, I'll show you that. Then field set. Please check the spelling. After the I, there is an E. Field set. Form, ULLIOL, HR, table, H form, etc. Then the inline examples: span, break, text area, sub. Then sub, we have sub and sub. Then we have image img, then input button. Then we have an I when you want to add an icon, etc. We'll talk about that once again. Then we have HTML entities, where we have non-breaking space, and this you see on the screen is an end sign. It's just the font that makes it a little different. Then we have less than, LESS, less than, then that's an end and IT, then greater than, all these things come, then end and copy. The most important one, the one that stands out is this, copyright. And mostly all websites you see it in display on the footer. You get to know what the footer is as we go on. Then I need to let you know we have text editors. These are editors, or this, as a neophyte, a beginner, someone who is not coded before. These are text editors, or these are the stuffs or softwares we are going to type in all the things I've mentioned thus far. Visual Studio Code, and you can check on the website. I'll show you briefly in a moment. Then Atom, you can check on the website. Sublime, the Node++. We have a truckload of them. There are so many, but the first one is my favorite, and it's the one that stands tall at the moment. Most developers use it, and you can try it. It's nice. You like it. And I think before you go through a series of videos, you see the power of Visual Studio Code. Then we are going to talk about selectors. Two main types of selectors in HTML and CSS that you will end up using in every project. As a web dev, as an upcoming one, they are one class selector and ID selector. We'll talk about that once again. Then we have box model. You remember I said this. All browsers have default settings they give to any HTML element or tag rendered on the page. It happens that extra spaces are added or values are added to the objects created. I'll explain that in a minute. The extra spaces are added to these, like 1 margin, padding 2, that's 3 height, and the 4th one is width, etc. All right. Let me show you what you should do. Let's go to Google Chrome, and please take note of the website. If you're using Windows, you can just click and download it and install it on your computer. If you're using Mac, you can also download it to give you the Mac version. You can download it and install it. You follow the installation process on your screen. Then we have Sublime Text. It's also displayed right on your screen. It's a very nice text editor as well. Then we have Atom, the website, so simple, atom.io. Then we have Node++. That's That's the Methuselah. So old after Notepad. It's been there for a while since the website stuff began years back. And I think I will go off the screen now, where we get to work. All right, let's get to work. So the first thing I'm going to do is to create. Please, can you follow that? You create a folder, and how do we call this? Let's say intro. Yes, web intro. Web intro. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do, I'll provide you with this image, please. I'll provide you with this image. So what I'm going to do is to take it and dump it in the page I've created. And then the next thing is to crack open my Visual Studio Code like so. Okay, there we go. It's opened, and it's always going to appear like this. And before we start, please kindly take note. You can click on extensions, and then you type these things you see here. You can type this live server. Type it right here, live server. You should be having an internet connection. Immediately you type, it's going to pop up. I have installed it already. Then you type color highlight. You type, this one is not necessary, but you can do that if you want to have the same thing. Then you can type prettier. That's a code format. So number one, you go, the most important one for now, live server. The next one, prettier, and then color highlight. When you have this, it's just going to look same as my screen, just like so. All right. So please, after doing that, you just you just drag. That's the right word to use. You drag this folder, web intro. You drag it right on the Visual Studio Code, anywhere, just dump it, and you're good to go. Okay, it's getting rendered. There you go. You get this off the way. You open it wide, and you can see the image I added is here, right there. Now, this is the first icon. It says new file. You click on new file. You type index.html. You enter, and you are good to go. Please take note, index.html. I'll be making some few notes right from here. We say index.html. Just like you want to travel, let's say from one country to the other, you can't use a car. There's nothing you can use. You can use ship. All you could use is maybe an aeroplane. Yes, that's a default thing you should use to get to your destination. That's the only thing you can use, an aeroplane. So any website or any browser, please, any browser engine, let's say Firefox, let's say Google, then Safari, or any of these browsers. I like Brave too, very nice browser too, etc. You see, let me make it a little big. Anytime you open a website, if you hit a website, let's say www.tuse.university, please don't visit this URL. It's not registered yet. Maybe later. We have a site. I'll show you later. But this is it. In case you hit this URL, someone sends it to you on WhatsApp or any page, and your email goes like you should visit or something. Immediately you click it. You click on the link, and a browser like, let's say, any of these, Firefox, Google, Safari, Brave, any of them, immediately they pick this up. Now, the first thing any of these browsers will be looking for, they'll be looking for index. They'll be looking for index, nothing else. Please take note, index.html. Not for now, please. Basics. All the browsers, sorry, will be looking for index.html. That's the gateway for someone to get access to a particular website. So if you want to build a website, the first thing you should do is to make sure you type index.html. It's something that you should keep it in your head, just like that. Just remember index.html and you're good to go. Now, after this, what you should write, this is what you should do. After index.html you've saved, inside it you should have something like the doc type. Very important, we call it doc type HTML. That's the first thing. Then the next thing is you should have something like HTML. You open and you close. HTML. Please remember, this one is open, is an open tag. We call it open tag. And this one you see, we call it close tag. Please take note. All right. The next thing we should do is, then we go to head. Please, in that order, nothing changes it. It should be the same. HTML. Then we open the HTML. Then we close the HTML. The next thing is we open head. Then we close the head like so. Please remember once again, remember this is, if you can check up, you can check this. If you can check this is open tag. Needless to say that again, you should know. This is close tag. All right. Then after you've opened and closed the head, the next thing you do is title. All right. Please don't mind, you can do this, you can do it this way. This open title and this closed title. But you can as well make sure it's like this. Anyhow. So inside the title, well, I'm not going to type anything as of yet. I'll show you later. Then after the title, please take note, after the title, then, in fact, the title is inside, is between the open and close tag of the head. Then the next syntax, this is syntax, HTML syntax. Something is a rule that you should stick with. It's a rule. The next thing and the final thing is body. And this is where everything you have on your website in terms of content will appear. So body. And of course, needless to explain that again, which one is, you can pause the video and find out which of them is an open tag and which of them is a closed tag. You pause and do that before you play it back to check which one I type as closed, which one is open. Okay, welcome back. I hope you did that. And so this is open tag and this is closed tag. I hope you got it right. Closed tag. Good. Then you got it right. Perfect. So if you did this, then you've done well. You've done very well. Now, instead of typing all these manually, but I would advise, if you are a neophyte, if you are a beginner, if you are learning how to develop website, please do this just like I did. It's a second nature to me because I've done it several times and over. And I built muscle memory on this, and I just typed without really thinking. And that's exactly, you should be doing that exactly. You should be doing exactly that. When you do that several times and over, it becomes part of you. You become used to it, and you type without referring to anything. And I know you can do it. It's not a rocket science. All right, but this is Notepad. Can you check up here? This is Notepad. You know it if you've used computer for some time. This is Notepad. Notepad is not smart. It's not smart. If you even spell something like, let's say a boy. This is funny, right? Let's say if you spell a boy, And you don't even spell it well, you even make it like Y-O. You see, it doesn't underline anything. It's not like Microsoft Word, where it's so intelligent and smart to tell you this is a wrong word, so it's going to underline the word. But Notepad does not. It goes with anything. Anything goes in. Just anything goes in. So it's not intelligent. It's not intelligent. But the reason why I asked you to download this Visual Studio Code or any of these ones is just to take the load off your shoulders a little so you don't think much. Yes. So let's see what goes. Let's see how it goes. With this, just shift, then exclamation sign. You see, then I hit on my tab. You can see here, you can see here on your right hand side what is happening here. If I hit on tab after that, see, it populates everything here. See, check that. Look at that. This one, that's doc type. Look at that. The head, it opened the head and closed the head. Look at that. It opened the title and closed the title. Look at that. It opened the body and closed the body. Look at that. It opened the HTML and closed the HTML. I don't need to type open, close here for you to see. It's just obvious. So instead of typing here, this one does it for me just by hitting on shift exclamation sign, then you hit on tab, and everything is a boilerplate. You have everything written down for you. But please remember what I said. You do this manually several times. Later, for interviews, sometimes you go for an interview and they throw a laptop at you and you don't find any of these text editors. You should be able to build it as a simple layout page for them if you are a serious person ready to, move on in life. Okay, now let's get to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, just do this, and you go to open with live server like we did initially. I click open. There we go. See, this is a URL link. I'll explain that later, but please, in subsequent videos. See, this is 127.0.0.1. It's telling me it's on my local machine. This one is local machine, local machine. Well, I can also get rid of this and go like local host. Let me see if it's gonna, well, let's see, but I'll talk about that. Let's go back a little. Let me close it. There's more time to talk about this. Let me not run ahead of myself. So we open it again. Okay, this is what we have. But I want you to know that if you have this, please take note, if you have these numbers, this numbers actually is equal to local host. What it means is it's on my computer. It's not on the internet. On the internet, you are not going to see numbers. You are going to see like HTTPS, then something of this sort, then maybe www.tusay.university.com. Okay. All right. This is what you see. This, we call it URL. We'll talk about that later. A lot of things to talk about. So stick and stay with us here. So this is what we get. But let me go back. This is what we are getting. Plain nothing else. You see, we are seeing document. Can you see please document here? Let me go this way. And this is the exact thing written here. So let me change it. Intro. I'll type web intro. And I'll save. Okay, let me check. Can you see it has changed here? Can you see that? It has changed. So clear. Web intro. It has changed. It has changed. So now what we do, whatever we type here is what will appear. Now let me do this briefly. Now paragraph, then Lauren Epson, Lauren. Let's say 10. Let me save. Let me open. Can you see? Let me put this side by side. Okay. Okay, so this, let me type something more reasonable, or if you don't mind, another one. Hi, welcome to your first website video. Oop. Can you see that? Anything we type here is because of the live server. Immediately we type, it will populate there, it will appear on the screen, it will appear on your browser. That's how come I said you should install it. So now we can now do something now. Let me open again. Let me show you this quickly. I'll show you this tags. Okay, can you see? All right. Let me increase it a bit. Now we'll talk about this element. We'll talk about break. We'll talk about horizontal line, and we add some few other things quickly. And we'll move very fast. Please just peel your eyes and see what's going to happen. Let's do this fast. And type along, get along with me. All right. So now I'm going to put in my best, one of my best quotes, not my best. My best stuffs are in the Bible. Yes, I like reading the scriptures. I need to let you know that. Okay, so now I'm going to copy part of this and then I'll paste it right here. Like so. Okay, I'll save. Can you see? It just appearing right away. You can see it there. It's appearing. Who spent himself in the worldly cause. So clear. Now, let me put B. Please, we are starting. Take note. We finished the intro. So I'm going to, let me not clear. I'm going to introduce you to something like this, a single tag, B. Then I'll introduce you to another single tag, HR. Yes. This is what we are going to do. I'm going to introduce you to a single tag BR. So single tags, please, I'll explain quickly. If I get rid of this B, these are just like variables, maybe letters A, B, C, D throughout. This is a B, this is HR. The B stands for bold. And then the HR stands for horizontal line. Let me shorten it for time. Then this one stands for break. Okay, and there are several others. Yes, so let me show you this three quickly. Now I'm going to put B here, standing for bold. Then I'll bring B here. Then I'll save. I'm saving. Let me go and check the website. Can you see everything is bolding? Yes, it's dark. It's actually black. It's darker, or probably looks more thick in terms of color than the previous ones because we put this B bold there. Now let me put BR standing for break. Can you see? Okay, let me put another BR. Can you see? Break, it means anywhere the break occurs in any text, any long text, it's going to separate the before and after the BR. That's what we call break. Please take note. It's very important. I don't need to expatiate on this. Now, let me put something after this whole thing. Let me put something like HR. Can you see? A line, a thin line. Can you see? Okay, another HR. See, another, can you see the line so clear? So HR stands for horizontal line. B stands for bold. BR stands for break. Then I'm going to add extra. Let's see this one. Let me make it EM. Okay, so this EM, so the EM here, I'll put the EM here between this. So can you see? Please check it. Let me increase it a bit for you to see. This is EM. Can you see? This is the EM. All right, so let me put it between the spans himself, EM. And please have time, pause the video and look at it, have a closer look at it and see the difference, because we have a lot to do. These are just, by the way, they are nothing. Can you see? EM is here. Okay. Okay. Then we have let's say we have I. Please take note of them. So I is here. High achievement. Okay, I save. Can you see the high achievement? So briefly, please check this. The EM between tags, EM, the EM and the I, the same. If you check it, yes, I'm sure you noticed that. Okay, let me show you this quickly. Now, please take note, B and strong are also same, but please take note, anytime you want to use any of these, between bold, between B, between, please remember, this sign is actually less than sign, if you can see, and this sign is greater than sign, greater than sign. Okay, so please take note. So these variables or these letters appear in between both the greater than and the less than sign, and when they occur there, they actually, and you put it inside a body appearing between, or letters or whatever numbers appearing between them, and I know you understand that they change just like those other ones have changed thus far. So please take note, work on them, Google and find out HTML tags, HTML double tags, HTML single tags, and you have a load of examples. So we could get to the meat of the matter, the crux of the matter, the crux of the whole course. But it's important to take notice of this. We are building a superstructure, so I need to explain all this. So anytime you need to use between EM and I, please choose the EM. Anytime you want to use between the B and the strong, you choose the strong instead of this. But as always, there are better ways of doing all these that we've done so far. All right, let's once again check. What next? We have entities. So let me talk about the entities. We will talk about the paragraph along the way. The paragraph is where you have a lot of letters or a lot of articles or a lot of words you write, and if you want the HTML page to render them beautifully or nicely, you put them between an open and closed paragraph. Then the browser will render them just like you've seen so far. Okay, so now let's talk about span. Let's do this quickly. Span, then we go to the entity. Let's talk about the span. Okay, so now I'll deliberately put daring greatly. I'll put span here, and then I'll put a daring greatly in between the close and the open and the close span. Let's see. Okay. Now I'll type something like style here. We will talk about styles. Then I'll go like color. Color is let's say red. Oh, color is not spelled. Okay. Oh, you see, make sure you don't spell it the British way, spell it the American way. Color. The British will not make it OR, like you know. So this it. Okay, so this it. So I save and I check it up. Can you see the color has changed? That's the use of a span. Anytime you are building a website, straightforward, no fluffs, nothing, you don't beat about the bush, just straightforward. You pause, you look at them, you observe, you practice it, you think deeply about them, and they are going to make sense to you. Okay, let me change the color. Let's say cyan or magenta. Okay, there we go. The color is changed. Let's change it this way. The color is changed again. Yes, that is the essence of this. All right, so now we are going to HTML entities. Let's do that quickly for time. HTML entities. Now, please check this quickly. Now, I can type this. This is end sign. Copy. Then I bring a semicolon. Then I type to say university. Then I type 2021. Let me save it. Ooh, can you see that? This copyright sign. See, clear. This, we call it HTML entity. And if you don't mind, let me type several others, like quickly, very quickly. Trade. I save. Can you see that? Right there, TM. Then let's say the last one, then later you can talk about something else. You can go through, just type Google HTML entity. It's going to pop up. You have load of stuffs. Then we have register, reg. Okay, there we go. Okay, can you see? Register. All right, that's HTML entities. We have a lot of them. Let's say this, then we say sent. Can you see that? Like the CD sign. So you can type, I think this and dollar, the dollar sign, or let's say yen. Let's see what pops out. Okay, can you see that? Then it goes on. You can have the British pound, the US dollar, etc., etc. So please, that is HTML entities. So you can check it for yourself. Now we have HTML display values, where we talk about forms, we talk about, UL. Let me do that quickly. I'll do that quickly. Okay, let's do this. Now, I'll clear all these quickly. There we go. Now, we can also have UL, and the UL is called ordered list. And please, I'll just bring this in. We have something called comment. The comment, the HTML page does not show the comment. So if you like, check. When I refresh, the comment does not appear. Let me type it here. Comment. You see it has appeared. Okay, comment 1. This is comment 2. If you check, the comment 1 has appeared, the comment 2 has not appeared. The one that did not appear occurred between this, check this, between a less than sign, then exclamation sign, then 2. Oh, there we go. This. So please take note, if anything that appears here, I wouldn't show on the screen. You see, it wouldn't show, but this one will. Anytime anything appears between this sign, nothing, it will not render. It wouldn't show on the web page. Yes. So in case we do this so that you can comment on your page, because this line, it can start from 1 and run right down to hundreds and thousands of pages. So in case you make mistake and you're looking for the mistake, it will be difficult. So if you comment along the way, it will help you locate the mistakes you've made. That is the essence. Or most importantly, you build a website, you make a mistake and you send it to me that, oh, line 500, can you help me check it? Then once I'm checking, I'll see that you've also commented on them. Or probably you go like, oh, when I was trying to make something bold, whilst making it bold, you commented, trying to making this line bold. Then you tell me, trying to make this one bold because I've commented it, please, can you check it for me? Then right from that, I just check the syntax. If it's right or wrong, then I can help you or someone else could help. Or even me, I want you to help. So in short, when you comment on any code, it doesn't appear on the web page. And the shortcut is control /. Control /. When you toggle it on, it could be on and off. As you hit control /, it could be on and off just like that. Okay, so that's about it. But please remember UL. UL is called ordered list. UL. This is called unordered list. And we have OL, and this is called ordered list. Let's see how they work. Let's quickly see that. I'll show you quickly, please. So ordered list, so we say LI, then let's say home, then about, then contact, then block, then you save. Okay, let's see how it appears. This one is called unordered list. You see the bullet? Yes, they are unordered. Then we have ordered list, where the same thing, let me copy the same thing. I'll copy and paste it here. So see, I'm going to use the comment now. This is ordered list. I commented, and this is ordered list. Then I save it. Okay, so this one is going to be O. This is O. I save. Can you see? This is, yeah, this is 1, 2, 3 to 4. This is dotted. So this one is called ordered list. This is called unordered list because it starts with, 1. You can use reverse. Yes, and it reverse from like that. We have several things you can do here. Let's say start. Let's say from 200, 100. You see, you can do quite a lot. So Google and find out ordered list and unordered list, and you find out their attributes, and you can do a world of stuff so beautifully. Okay, let's check what next quickly. What next? Now we can build something so fast. Let me show you a box model. Let me show you box model quickly. Box model, then the rest we can use code to work on those stuffs. Now box model, I'm going to slide clear. Okay, let's see. Box model. I'll clear. Let me get rid of these names. Now comment, we call it box model. Box model. So the box model. Now what we do is let's say Dave. I'll be having some stuffs quickly. Box models. Okay. Dave. I'll show you this along the way. Then class of let's say container. Okay, so the first one, what I'll do is this box 1. Okay, then this will be box 2. Box 2. All right, so what we should do, okay, let me type here. Box 1. Then this is box 2. Please make sure you listen to this. So we have this rendered on a page. Now what I'm going to do, I'll introduce some styles. This is just to make it beautiful. We'll talk about that. Styles, CSS, cascading style sheet to make it look nice. What I typed so far is pure HTML, so nothing looks fanciful, nothing looks beautiful, nothing looks pretty. It doesn't look nice. But the cascading style sheet is going to look like a woman adorned. It's just going to look pretty. It's going to look nice. It's going to look natural and beautiful. All right, so what we do is that I'm going to target this. This is CSS. So before you type in CSS, by the way, this is internal CSS. We have the inline one. So the internal, I type style. Okay, then I target I'm going to target this box 1. But because I said it's class, now I'm introducing you to selectors. This is class. Okay, then this one I'll use an ID. Okay. So for class, anytime you want to, handle any object by name class, if it's in the HTML, it's name class. When you want to handle it in the CSS, you have to hook to it by using dot notation. So the dot, remember here is box 1. So the dot, we say dot box 1. Then we open bracket. Then we go like color, background color. Okay, let me make it width. I'm going to give it a width 200 pixels. And I'm going to give it a height 200 pixels. Okay, you see, let's show background color. Let's see this. Look at that. Okay. Then if it's an ID, it's not supposed to be dot notation. It should be the number sign like so. ID. Please take note. So this is box 2. So I'm going to copy the same thing. I'll copy the same thing from here. I'll copy and then I'll change the color. Let's say to something of this, like so. Let's save. Okay, can you see? All right. So let's say margin button. Let's say 10 pixels. That's for it to separate. I want you to see. Then let's say margin 0 auto. Let's see what happens. Okay. Then this is margin 0 auto. Okay. All right. The separation. Let's see. Let me bring it down like so. Let's see what happens. Ooh, it's duplicated instead. Okay, I'm gonna cut it. Then have it here. Let me save it. Okay, separated now. But please check it out. You see all these ones. Let me give it a border or radius or padding. Border will be better. Let's say 2 pixels. Let's say 5 pixels. Solid green. Okay, then this is border. This is important, so please stay with me. 5 pixels. Solid cyan or magenta. There we go. All right, so you can see these are the paddings, but please take note, the box models, what I'm going to do is this guy, I'm going to type something like box size border box. Can you see the size is reduced? Simply, there's no time to waste so much. I'll tell you. You see, we added this line and this box 2, then the box with an ID box 2 has reduced its size, like smaller than this one with the class box 1, just because in absence of box sizing, the browsers add extra size to the element, extra size to the boxes, and simply that's box model. So if you are building a website, that is something you have at the back of your mind, so you could work on this, else you'll be having some strange happenings on your website. I think that should do. And what next? Well, now you know class selectors. You can see for yourself, ID selector. And then I just showed you what we just did, where we use CSS. It's an internal styling. Then for the inline styling is what I did. Please, can you go back a bit and check that of the span, where I styled the span and I changed the color of a particular text. I styled inside the paragraph, and that is inline. And now we've done internal. Then external will come maybe, yes, in our next video when we do a project in advanced CSS. Okay, now I'm going to quickly do some stuffs and then talk about HTML layout. Quickly. Let's do this. Please remember to subscribe, remember to comment, remember to share, remember to talk about, to say university, let others know. We are going to do a range of stuffs. You could be a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer in any field. You could be a nurse, you could be a pharmacist, you could be just naming a politician, you could be a journalist. It's important in the US or in the developed countries, these are things they require. They ask everyone to learn how to code. You do that and you think an if-else way, where if this, well, you solve problems, it becomes easy for you to think. It stretches your brain, it makes you a better person. It could give you a multiple stream of income. It's going to do you a world of good. Yes. So please share, like, comment, and let others know about the story. To say university, you're welcome once again. Now the final thing, this is the final leg. Yes, I'm going to clear everything once again. Right from here, going to get it out, get everything out. Okay, to the body, clear this. Then clear the style. Let's do this first. Okay, there we go. All right. I save, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing on the page. Now, let's do something. Now, you can see that I have an image here. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to have the image. Let's see. Image. Okay. I'll have a class container. Please follow. Container hook. Okay, let's get this out. Class container. Anyways, all right, then I'll have an image like this. So the image, please check the name, is pex.png. Type the same name here, pex.png. Okay, it appears, and the alt is important. A programmer, you type this so that anyone, if the person has an issue, it will show. If the picture doesn't show, this is the alternative thing that will show, and the person could tell it's a picture of a programmer, a picture of a programmer. Okay, so you don't see the picture because of a loading problem, then you are going to see this text. So it's important to do this. Then we have a paragraph like P. Okay, then I'll copy my favorite stuff. Okay, let me copy this. One of my favorite, not my favorite, one of them, Razorvet. So let me scroll down and see what, okay, the text is down. Okay, so what we do, let me style it quickly. Style. Okay, so I'll pick on the container. Remember, it's a class now, so it's dot notation container. The width, I say 960 pixels. Then I could talk like I can make it margin 0 auto. Then let's say I talk about background color. Let's say gray. Okay, so this is what we get. All right. Now, what we do, let me target the image AMG. There's a reason I could do it better. Select it in a better way, but let me do this quickly. Width, let's say 500 pixels. And then the height, let's see 500 pixels. Then I tried, let me float it. Let me float it, let's say left. Okay, so let's see the text, where the text is. The text, where is the text? Okay, it's right there, seated right here. So let me handle the paragraph. Can you see it's paragraph? Please check, it's paragraph. This paragraph. Let me work on the paragraph quickly. Paragraph. So width, let's say 200 pixels. Then height, let's say 200 pixels. Then do I need background color? Let's say, well, let me not float. Let's check it. Okay. Let me check the color. Then color is white. Why not goes white? Ooh, saved. Let me see. No. Okay, there we go. Not saved. My friend, can you save? I'll make it, let's say, red. Let's see if it can appear. Oop. Okay, so heck. Color. Background color. Let's say white. Something wrong somewhere there. Let me change this quickly. What the heck? Okay, let's see. Float right. Okay. Oh no, you said it right there. What was wrong with you hiding? Let's say 40. Okay, it's pushing. Okay, let me cure this. So what I'm going to do is overflow hidden. Maybe that will do the trick. All right, overflow hidden. Then I'll change the size of the image. I just want to it should look a little nice. Okay, this is what is appearing. Then this is, let's say 600 or 700. Oh, okay, it's taking shape. Let's say 800. Too big, so it's shifted down. 750. Okay, doing better now. Then, okay, let me make the background. Let me do this. Please follow. This gray. Okay. This. So what I'm going to do, let me do this paragraph. Then I say column count. Let's say 2. Okay, split it into 2. Then padding is 10 pixels. Oh, overflow hidden. Okay, so this is what we got. Then so let me redo that. Do I need to redo the text? Same thing. Paragraph overflow hidden. Okay, margin. Let me move the margin of the paragraph. Margin right. I'm asking. Margin right. Okay, just say margin right. Let's say 10 pixels. Okay. All right. I expect this text to move inside. Okay, let me increase the height a bit. Height 400. Okay, no, still there. Padding left. Okay, I will take away the float. Okay, it's pushing it right this way. Then I'll increase this to make the width of the paragraph. Let's say 700. Let's see if it's gonna work. Ooh. 650. Yes, still 500. Okay, there we go. I'll make it pattern. Margin top 0. Okay, it closes up right there. Then what I'm going to do is to increase this. Taking too long for me. Okay, it's pushing. Let me push it. I didn't really work on this earlier. Don't worry. There's 350. Okay, 300. Maybe this will do. Then I'll shift it here. Okay, it's making sense now. All right, but let me reduce the height a bit. The height. Let me get rid of the height and see how it appears. This is how it appears. Don't like it. Bring it, make it, let's say 20. Okay. I wish I could push it. Padding top, padding top, padding. Let me do this. Padding top, let's say 10 pesos. Okay, maybe this is okay. All right. This fine. I can do extra stuff, but let me pause here. I'm just trying to show you how to float the stuffs. Floating. You can check. I'm talking about floating. How to float. I float on the left and I floated on the right. And there is something called clear float. So let me put something here quickly. Clear float. Clear float. All right. Now, what do I need to do? I want to have something like table. Okay, so let me put table here, or maybe another paragraph. Let me put another paragraph here. So I'll copy this 3 times. Let's see. Okay, let me hold on. Let me do table. Let me introduce you to table. Now table. Yes, table. Please watch out. Then we have table head, T head, table head. Yeah. Then inside the table head we have T head. Let's have T row. And inside the T row we have T head, where we have, let's say, HTML. Then we have CSS. Then we have JavaScript. Then we have, let's say, Java, or let's say Python. Then we have Java, etc. Now, after this, I would want us to have something like T body. Okay, the T body, we have T row. Then we have T row. Then after the T row, we have T row. Then we have T data. I call it data. And we say, let's say June. Then we have July. Then we have October. Then we have then we have September. My favorite month. Then we have, anyhow, let me jump to December. Don't mind. Anyway, so I save, and you see it right away there. And well, let's do this. This is a table. So I'll go to the style, then table, then table head. Okay, let's go to table body, then T row. Then we try to change the color, background color. Let's say green. You can check that. There we have table T head, then T row, then background color. Then we have, let's see, this. Okay, so this is what we're getting. But let me push them down so you see what's happening. I'll push it down a bit. This is just brief. Just brief. Okay. I think here the clear fix will work here. Let me put something here. Clear fix very fast. Now I'll put something like so, CLR. Okay, then I'm going to call this CRL as a class. I'll call it here, or CL, like so. Then I'll say clear. Then I'll say both. Look at that. So you could see it's pushed it down. It separated it from this stuff. So let me call the body table. Then I'll go like margin 0 auto. Okay, can you see it shifted right down here? I can go on and on and on and on and show you quite a lot of stuffs. For time, in the next video I'll show you how to use these things. See, I'll show you how to use the form. I'll show you clearly. You see most of the form stuff. You see how to use text area, button, image, div, field set, etc. And on that note, thank you so very much for subscribing. Thank you so much for hooking up. I would once again urge you to subscribe, you share, you comment, you talk about it, and then a lot of stuff you've hit a treasure trove. You're going to have bunch of stuffs, load of stuffs coming your way. Thank you so much. This is Tuse University.